The worst NBA contracts of the 21st century. Ben and JR are here. I know that they have a fantastic take on all these, so let's start with number 10. Amar'e Stoudemire of the New York Knicks signed a 5-year, $99 million contract in 2010. He has had injuries. He has not had good chemistry with coaches. Mike D'Antoni, well, it's hard to have chemistry with him.
But D'Antoni has a style, and
yeah, it's
up
bad.
to the general.
It's a bad style.
Okay, well, it worked in Phoenix. It was exciting in Phoenix. And
it was somewhat exciting because Amar'e and Nash were younger.
Okay, well, I mean, then don't hire him unless you got a.
I agree. Don't hire him.
Unless you can put together a team that fits that style. But that's
obviously you love Mike D'Antoni because you're a Laker hater.
No, it didn't work with the Lakers. But no, it was a good hire for the Lakers.
Yeah, it was a great hire for the Lakers. Let's move along to number 9. I believe we've wasted enough time on Amar'e Stoudemire. Ben Wallace, this was horrible. 4 years, $60 million contract. He was 33 years old at the start of the deal. They brought him in to replace Tyson Chandler. And of course, what did the Bulls do when they got Tyson Chandler? Do you remember? Tyson Chandler and Eddie Curry. Who did they trade? Elton Brand. All-star Elton Brand. Young, youthful Elton Brand. This was obviously terrible because you're paying a guy just to rebound and block shots. You're not paying him for any sort of offense whatsoever. And not only that, they couldn't play him late in the fourth quarter and in overtime. He's like the modern day Carlos Boozer with no offense. You can't play him because they foul him.
I guess my only opposition to these types of lists, I mean, we'll see what the rest of them goes to, but a lot of times it's hindsight. I mean, in seeing this, he's 33, that's not too old.
He's 33 for a guy who didn't have you would think that his game, rebounding and block shots, might last longer than guys who needed to be quick enough to score like that. So I actually didn't mind his age.
Oh, you did not mind it?
No, it didn't work out. I mean, he did.
Yeah, I mean,
at the time, I didn't mind it either as a Bulls fan.
Yeah, and saying contracts that maybe didn't work out versus contracts that shouldn't have been done in the first place. I think a lot of these maybe should have been done. I'd have given Amar'e the money. I'd have given Ben Wallace the money. I mean, look, you had a guy in...
And Ben Wallace just came off a championship with the Pistons as well,
and
so he was going to get paid.
And you had, as far as the Bulls, maybe the history of the Bulls, you had Dennis Rodman, who didn't give any offense either, but he'd give you some rebounds and he'd give you some defense. It was awesome.
Another former Bull, Eddy Curry, in 2005, signed with the New York Knicks, simply could not stay in shape. This was an Isaiah Thomas signing, Ben. First year of his contract, 20 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and then after that, it was just abysmal. The next 2 seasons, he played 10 games apiece.
Isaiah Thomas was a horrendous coach and a horrendous executive.
Yes.
Just horrendous.
And now he's on NBA TV.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Not like he doesn't know basketball, but I mean, to talk about it, certainly to talk about a game, but I mean, just horrendous. And you can tell by the way he went about his business that he didn't know what he was doing.
I feel like Isaiah Thomas didn't really think.
No, he didn't think.
It was more on the lines of, I like this guy. I met him. We got along great. We had dinner. We had drinks. We had fun. I'm going to sign him for $100 million.
There's going to be 2 more on this list, by the way, that came with Isaiah Thomas. Number 7, dear to Ben's heart, former Washington Wizard, Larry Hughes. 5 years, $70 million contract in 2006. In his contract year, it seems like it happens all the time. I'd love to do a clip on this, by the way, guys.
The evidence is...
Oh, it's not?
No, it doesn't really
well,
happen.
it certainly seems like it.
There's a very slight increase in performance, depending on how you look at it. But you can take
across all sports or just basketball?
It just doesn't happen.
It seems like it happens in baseball a lot.
But Larry Hughes was like a 14-4 guy for like 4 years before the contract.
And then he was a 22-5-6 contract.
And he had a great year with the Wizards. he and Gilbert were great in the backcourt. He had this phenomenal year. And then he immediately reverted exactly to the player he was, who's not a bad player.
No, but not worth
not worth
5 years, $70 million.
Not worth that kind of money.
So his best years were with Cleveland?
His best year was with, he had one great year in Washington.
Number 6, Rashard Lewis. 6 years, $118 million with the Orlando Magic. Now, his Sonics contract year, another great contract year player, 22 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game. He signed this contract when he was 27 years old. And since then, he has simply put up role player numbers. Not great. Rashard Lewis, I thought that he would be good, though.
Didn't he win a ring last year?
With the Heat? Yeah. He won with the Heat. He hit like one corner 3 a game.
World champion.
Rashard Lewis. Yeah, that's odd to say. All right, move right along. Number 5, Grant Hill. 7 years, $93 million for Grant Hill. This is when Orlando grabbed Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill. That was also fun to watch.
I mean,
honestly,
again, that's a bad contract because of the injuries. Although he'd had some injuries prior to the contract, so
with Detroit,
it was a little foolish to think that maybe he wouldn't. But obviously, injuries just completely derailed what almost certainly would have been a Hall of Fame career.
Totally.
His first year, he played 4 games. Second year, played 14 in this contract. His third year, he played 29.
Yep.
And he played over 7 years, 200 of a possible I was going to say 594, 574 games.
I guess
so you said the injuries.
Since it's not my money and my team, I think the guy deserved it, man. I hate what happened to him at the beginning of his career. He gets out there, again, his career started with like this sunshine on it.
Yeah.
Like you get
Those are just the Sprite commercials. I mean, you know that.
Like I'm never gonna forget first play ever. It was an alley-oop. It was awesome. He looked great. You're like,
Grand Hill.
He's gonna be the best forward of all time.
Yeah.
So as soon as it happened, you're like, oh, this is great. And then he plays for. I love Detroit, but not really. The city just tells him, you play for a blue-collar city. What the hell are you doing sitting down when your leg is broke? What the fuck? You better play. And he plays. He tries to be the tough guy and plays through multiple ankle breakage. It destroys his career because of fans, man. That's why you can't listen to people who don't know what's wrong with you, which is why I had no problem. We're going to cross over all these sports with Jay Cutler and Derrick Rose. If you're not ready, fuck what everyone else has to say.
And the number one person on this list is a guy who tried very hard to come back and unquestionably, in my mind, hurt himself significantly in trying to come back before he was ready.
All right, let's roll through these. Number 4, Jerome James.
Forgot he
Jerome James
in life.
5 years, $30 million, and as you can see, an Isaiah Thomas signing. In the regular season, he averaged 5 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. He was out of shape, like Eddy Curry, the Eddy Curry avenue of thought. In his first year, he averaged 9 minutes and 3 points per game. So he was getting paid basically $787,000 per minute. Jerome James, horrible contract.
Isaiah Thomas has a thing for big, out-of-shape guys.
All right, Allen Houston at number 3. 6 years, $110 million.
He's about to be the GM of the Knicks, right?
Is he?
Yeah. I think
the GM?
Yeah.
I wish him a ton of luck. I used to love watching him. He was a great shooter, man. He had really good form, a really good shooter. Obviously, I hated seeing the Bulls play him because he was good, along with John Starks.
Did you hate reading?
Number 2, Stephon Marbury, 4 years, $76 million, another Isaiah Thomas signing. I mean, they're full of them. From 2004 to 2006, he was good, 21 points per game, nearly 9 assists per game. He feuded with Larry Brown and Isaiah Thomas, unfortunately. In December 1st, 2008, banned from the facilities for the remainder of his contract. Stephon Marbury, number 2.
Well, he was good.
He was good, yeah. He was good with Minnesota when he was with Garnett.
He was good with the Knicks.
And he was good with the Knicks, and he just has an attitude.
Get along with people.
He just has an attitude. He should have played for like another 10 years in China, because China loved him. Remember when he sold shoes, by the way, for like $10?
Yeah, he did a great thing.
$15.
He was a terrific player for a while. He just that was a bad contract. The Knicks make a lot of bad deals.
And, well, Isaiah Thomas were the bad deals.
No, they weren't.
I should have gone and shot up for the Knicks while Isaiah Thomas was.
You totally should have. Number 1 on the list, dear to Ben's heart as well, Gilbert Arenas. 6 years, $111 million. He got paid, obviously, in 2008. He missed nearly the entire 2008-2009 year because of injuries. Oh, yeah, and then in 2009-2010, he had a feud with Javaris Crittenton where they both decided to bring guns into the locker room. No big deal. And by the way, here's what he said. I'm just going to read a few quotes. Bless you. He said, I got hurt before I got the contract, and I still got rewarded. So it's not like I tricked somebody. They knew I was hurt. I didn't play that year. I played like 13 games a year before my contract, and I got the contract anyway because of what I did. You get paid on what you did, not what you're gonna do. Wrong. No, that's wrong.
That's the way it tends to work, though.
You should be paid on what you're expected to do. You have potential.
Right,
that's
but
why
it's
you're getting
because of
paid
what
on.
you've done.
I understand that. So they go hand in hand. That's why I think he's wrong. That's what people don't understand. You get paid on what you did. Here's the best part. I was in that gym 3 times a day for 6 years that I was in Washington. So I worked. I put my hours in. I put probably more hours in than anybody besides a Kobe. Other than that, there was no one who was going to log in more practice hours and gym hours than I did.
Where did he? What year did he sign the contract?
That was 2008.
So he signed in 2008. So at the end, really he signed it in 2008. So he only played 13 games the year before. He got hurt in the playoffs. Before the playoffs in 2006, 2007, he missed the end of the year. Then he barely played in 8, and then he didn't play in 9 at all. I mean, he played 42 games, 47 games over a 3-year period. 2 of those were the first 2 in the contract, and then the next year he got dealt. And some of that was the gun charge, of which I think, honestly, I got it. The NBA was trying to be tough, but too much was made of that.